The first story I'm going to tell you celebrates family. And the story is about a little hedgehog. And the little hedgehog in this story, he does not want to hibernate. Hibernate means to go to sleep in the wintertime. The little hedgehog in this story, when his mommy says, it's time to hibernate, it's time to take your long winter's nap, it's time to go to sleep, he just looks at his mommy and says, I don't want to go to sleep. Raise your hand if you've ever said that before. Well, you can say it freely with me in the story. Let's say it together. Ready? I don't want to go to sleep. And this is the story of the little hedgehog who did not want to hibernate, who said to his mommy, I don't want to go to sleep. Once, there was a little hedgehog who was born in the spring. He loved the springtime because that's when the flowers started to grow and grow and grow. Oh, let's smell the flowers. He liked the summertime because the mud squished in between his toes. Can you take out your fingers and squish in the mud? Squish, squish, squish. He liked the fall because the leaves turned colors. They started out green, and then they turned orange and red and brown, and they got all crispy, and they fell down. And when he walked on the leaves, they made this sound, crunch, crunch, crunch. He said, Mommy, I can't wait to see snow. But his mommy said, no, little hedgehog, in the wintertime we hibernate. We go to sleep. The little hedgehog looked at his mommy and said, I don't want to go to sleep. That night his mommy started her long winter's nap. The little hedgehog was curled up against her tummy. He could hear his mommy snoring. Go to sleep and snore like your mommy. Maybe a little louder. He decided to tiptoe outside and just take a peek at the snow. Take out your fingertips. Tip-toe, tip-toe, tip-toe. But outside, oh, the wind was blowing. Snowflakes were dancing all over the wind. A snowflake fell down and landed on his nose. Bing! Find your nose. Bing! Take the snowflake off your nose. Open your mouth and drop it in. It was cold. It was delicious. He said, I love snow. But as he walked through the snow, his teeny tiny toes got cold, and his tummy got cold, and he got hungry. He found a leaf to chew on, but the leaf got stuck in his throat. He said, I need a drink of water. I know. I'll go to the pond. But when he got to the pond, the water had changed. The water was so cold it got hard. The water had turned into ice. And instead of getting a drink of water, he flipped on his tummy and he started to slide. Oh, I'm sliding on water. As he was sliding along, one of these birds came out of the sky. This bird is an owl. Ooh, ooh, little hedgehog, shouldn't you be sound asleep? And the little hedgehog looked at the owl and said, I don't want to go to sleep. Ooh, said the owl, and she flew into the night. The little hedgehog slid into a snowbank, and out of the snow popped a raccoon. And the raccoon said, Grrr, little hedgehog, shouldn't you be sound asleep? And the little hedgehog looked at the raccoon and said, I don't want to go to sleep. Grrr, said the raccoon, and she went right back in the snow. The little hedgehog slid to the edge of the bank, was about to crawl over a rock onto the land, when all of a sudden the rock poked its head out. It wasn't a rock. It was a turtle. And the turtle said, "Oh, little hedgehog, I was trying to take my long winter's nap, but you're making so much noise. Why aren't you sound asleep?" And the little hedgehog said, "For the last time, I don't want to go to sleep." The turtle put her head in her shell and went down below the ice to get some peace and quiet. The little hedgehog started walking through the tall grass. Swish. Go ahead, push the grass aside. Swish. 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 When one of these came out. "This is a fox." And the fox said, "Oh, little hedgehog, little hedgehog, I'm so glad you're not sleeping." "You are?" "Yes, because you're going to be my breakfast." The little hedgehog started running as fast as he could, but the legs of the hedgehog, they're little. And look, the legs of the fox, they're big. And it wasn't long before the little hedgehog felt the hot breath of the fox on the back of his bristles. And then he remembered something his daddy told him. His daddy had said, "Little hedgehog, if you are ever scared, just curl in a ball so only your bristles show, and then hold as still as you can." The fox caught up, and he sniffed. He could smell a hedgehog, but all he could see was a ball of bristles, and he thought, "Blech, I don't want to eat bristles for breakfast." And the fox went away. As soon as it was safe, the little hedgehog uncurled. He said, "I don't like snow very much. I miss my mommy." He smelled his mommy's smell. He went running towards that smell. Soon he heard his mommy snoring. He crawled up next to his mommy's soft, warm tummy. He said, "Mommy, I want to go to sleep." Bing! One of her eyes opened. She said, "Oh, say that again." So he said, "I want to go to sleep." She said, "Don't worry, my little one. Just close your eyes. By the time you open them, the snow will be all..." It was too late. Do you know why? He was already sleeping. He was even snoring. Let's make a baby snore. The